good, Humbl Fam? How about y'all come on in and let's have us another visit here on the Humbl Show. I am Grant Fletcher, being joined as always by my co-hosts Moonbeam Hallows and Brandon Cox. How are you, my friends?
Hey, doing pretty cool.
How was everybody's weekend? So it's gonna feel weird, right? It's gonna feel like there's a weird time dilation going on because we recorded the last episode before the one before it had even dropped because there's a holiday in between there. We had to get ahead on things. So we have had an episode drop since Thanksgiving, but this is the first one we're actually sitting down to record since Thanksgiving actually happened.
Yeah. So we haven't talked since Thanksgiving,
No, not really. We sat down two days before. So
I talk to y'all every day.
Right. So in some way, shape, or form, we all talk to each other every day.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So what's up?
Man, I had a very, very lazy Thanksgiving weekend.
Nice.
I had no obligations really. Stayed inside and played Baldur's Gate for 27 hours.
Yeah, you did come to Thanksgiving.
I did. Well, that was on a Wednesday, and then afterwards, just absolute sloth fest.
Except, look, I'm not trying to tell you what you do with your life, but you cooked a full ass Thanksgiving dinner for yourself.
Oh,
I did, and people saw that, and they're like, "Hey, who all did you have over?" Oh shit! Should I lie or should I tell them? Yeah, it was just me.
Yeah.
That plate looked like you had gone to your uncle's house or something.
Cooked all day.
Yeah, you looked like you had been invited to the barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he really got after it, man. It was I was impressed. I was really impressed with how it looked out there. You know, like we said, it's weird because we'll get into a little bit more in a little later in the episode, but so Thanksgiving was good. So y'all talked about maybe perhaps watching Mixed Nuts. Did y'all watch Mixed Nuts?
Yeah, we watched
absolutely
Mixed Nuts.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end of that movie, or towards the end of that movie, just none of that worked the way it should. As far as the law enforcement goes, I don't want to spoil Mixed Nuts, but they're carrying this dead body in a tree.
Yeah, and he's disguised by the tree.
Yeah, and through these wacky hijinks, they throw the tree up in the air. Not only is it a Christmas tree with a body in it, but they throw it up like it's a beach ball.
Yeah,
whoa! And they throw this body 20 feet up into the air, and it comes tumbling down, and it's a dead body. And the cops are just like, "Hey, now!" Then they're not like, "Okay, dead body. We got to close this scene down." Just. What the heck, guys?
Yeah. Look, it's a seaside strangler. What do you want? They have done the town a service.
Not only do
absolutely.
They throw him in the air like a beach ball, but he spins around and all the tree branches fly off of him in the air.
Right.
And wait, is he wearing a Santa suit too at that time? Or
No.
I'm trying to remember.
No, I don't believe so.
Boyfriend's got on the Santa suit.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. It's still funny. I think it's a good movie.
I loved it.
Madeline stuck in an elevator was pretty good.
She was hilarious.
Adam Sandler, not once was he "Hey, I don't care about this Christmas crap. I'm a Hanukkah man myself." No. He just rolled with it.
He just rolled. Yeah, he went with it the whole time. You had no idea that was the case. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad y'all had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, look. Here's the thing: is Greg put that movie on the second everybody arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was just on, so nobody could visit. It was you're either going to watch that movie and eat, or you're going to watch that movie and not eat, or you're going to eat and watch that movie. You're not going to visit. But all of my friends are all visitors.
Yeah.
So they all visited while the movie was on. So nobody really watched the movie.
I see.
So I think you caught the last 15 minutes, Brandon, for real.
Last 15, 20 minutes or so,
Yeah.
I got the gist of it. I feel like I got the best parts.
For sure. But the best part is after that movie turned off, some other movie started playing.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the title?
No, but I know it was a sequel.
It was a part 2, and as far as I could tell, there was no like allusions to the first film. It was just they were doing their own thing, I guess.
Garbage, but
it wasn't Weekend at Bernie's 2, was it?
No, it was like some sort of made for. I don't know. It was made for TV.
It gave off like low budget Christian vibes, but it was like way too horny.
Yeah, they were doing it in every scene.
Oh my god, yeah, like, but not like, you know,
it wasn't nudity. It was
they didn't have bing bongs and woohoos out, you know. It was
pink parts.
Yeah.
Well, it was terrible though.
That's typically like the mark of a bad movie. You know, like these are the kind of scenes we're going to shoehorn in over and over again when we know we don't really have anything else to go on.
Yeah. Well, the best part is when they would flip the camera like this shot to this shot. Like this shot, they had the air conditioner on, so it was like this loud buzz during during the dialogue, and then like when they would, the other, it was like nothing. So it was just a hot mess. I believe that it was probably made by, student film.
Probably so. And it was the second one too. So like they had a shot at doing this, and here's where we were for the second one.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, I wish I would have caught the name of it, but it was not important.
It might be in your history somewhere, but also probably not like probably
not.
Also not like worth even going back and visiting.
No. But I don't know. We all caught ourselves sucked in,
just mesmerized by it. Sometimes,
I just sent Brandon the update of the, how it ended because
yeah.
Well,
as it turns out, the secret love child and the child is like the same age as the dad. Turned out that was indeed his son. He looked like he might have been a year younger than his father.
Yeah.
Some people just age gracefully. Brandon, you ever take that into account? No, I guess not.
Probably what it was.
Not that gracefully. That's good.
It was. Anyway, that's what we did.
That's cool. We of course we did the turkey trot like we talked about.
Yeah.
We did that.
Y'all's 5K.
Yeah, we did the 5K, which was good. MJ, she is old enough to do like most of it, but also old enough to complain about it for most of the way as well.
Yeah.
So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. And then we did the whole, turkey thing with family. And then over the weekend, what we did? We went to the Ren Fair on Sunday. So we went to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Margot got burned at the stake. Well, not burned. So it was like a witch burning that they did, right? They had like a witch hunter came out there and like grabbed people out of the crowd in the little theater, and it was a verbal. They did a verbal burning. You see what I mean?
Oh, so she got roasted.
Right, exactly. Which was funny because they brought her up there and she just like did a little improv with her and was saying like, her and a couple other women from the audience, and she was like, cuteness is a sin and things like that. It was pretty good.
I'm just picturing like a very catty Renaissance fair man, like just grabbing women in the crowd and like saying stuff to them like, "Oh, milady, you can just get away with wearing anything, can't you?"
Right. It was that kind of thing. Shout out to the performer Temperance Below, BELOW. You can find her on Instagram. I found her out there. And when they got to the burning part, she did like a your mama joke to each one, Margot and the two ladies up there. And like MJ had been giggling the whole time, and then she was like, "Your mother's so ugly," and then the crowd did the whole like, "How ugly is she?" thing, and we were laughing. But it was funny because MJ's like demeanor like changed like instantly whenever she got to that part. I was like, "Oh no, she's about to get real mad." And she was even talking to her. She's like, "My mom is blah 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 blah." Like I couldn't tell what she was saying, but she definitely like started telling
That's
her off a
adorable.
little bit. It was precious. It really was precious.
Old Ren Fair.
Oh, hey, you know who? This episode will have dropped by the time that it happens. But you know who we're gonna go see at the mall this weekend on Saturday?
Krampus.
No, we're gonna go see the Sanderson Sisters of Austin, Texas.
Oh,
I know they were going to be
dang.
in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. They're coming to the mall and they're doing a little thing with. Actually, they're doing something with Scott Innes, as a matter of fact. I think he hooked them up with the booking or whatever.
Okay.
So that'll be a lot of fun because Margot has not seen them and my wife Brittany has not seen them. So here we are. That's just what's going down.
Cool.
And then, what'll be great is this is the last. So there's a lot of crazy cool stuff going on right now, just personally, right? And then this is the last episode that's going to drop. We're going to record one more before then, but the last one we're going to drop before the Humbl Christmas party.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm looking forward to that too. It's kind of weird.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Weird, what's that, Brandon?
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I agree. I'm looking forward because I've never made the Humbl Christmas party before, so I'm excited to make it out there.
It is the event of the year.
Ooh, do not miss it.
In Neshoba County with the Humbl crew.
Hey, but next year, the event of the year in Neshoba County with the Humbl crew is going to be Kayfabe Fest, just so we're clear.
Oh yeah.
Just so we're clear
Absolutely.
on the whole thing.
Oh yeah. That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a booth at the gun show this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time. Does anyone bring fudge to the gun show? I know someone brought fudge to the Crappy Fest, so if there's fudge, I'll be there. That's what I'm saying. She don't know.
You know what?
She don't know
We
if there's
can
gonna be
make fudge happen.
I'm just like, what is going on?
No, you don't remember we were talking about this
I know. Yes.
at
The Crappy Fest. Yeah. And
Alabama Comic-Con, the Crappy Expo.
I'm back.
All
Yeah.
right, we're back. She's back in the game, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Look, today I feel like I need to tell this story.
You've been through
Tell
it?
the story.
Tell
I
the
just
story.
feel
Let's
like
do
I need to. And it's and I hope that it's not going to fall flat.
I don't know where we're going
Maybe
with
you
this.
guys
but
have
let's do
been.
it.
Maybe you guys have been here. So
Okay.
this morning I get a weird text from a friend. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this friend's going through it,
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, go to Facebook. Look at my Facebook, and do it before they take my post down. And I'm like, all right. So I go and look, and it's like them pulling a crocodile out of a river in India.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, this is extremely random. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, are you in India? And they were like, yeah, India. But I don't know if they said yeah, which I know they didn't say yeah. They just said India, baby.
That's how they do out there in India. Y'all don't know that?
Yeah, man. So I picked up my phone to call a mutual friend to be like, hey, is our friend in India? And so I called, and I know that she got a new phone number. So I called the one I didn't recognize. And somebody answered, and I was like, Martha? And she was like, yes. I said, wow, you sound different. She said, I've got the flu, and I just feel like garbage. And I was like, well, I just wanted to call, tell you happy belated birthday. And, but I also got, I need to know, like, is our mutual friend in India? And she was like, no. No, that's not what she said. She said, that's the wrong
And that was
conversation.
the end of the story.
That's the end. No, she was like, she said, well, that don't surprise me. And I'm like, what, how do you mean that don't surprise you? And she's like, oh, well, they're going out of the country all the time. And I was like, I don't think so. And then, like, anyway, we talked back and forth for about 5 minutes before I was like, this is Martha, right? Martha, my friend Martha. And she said, yeah, I think so. I said, Moonbeam's friend Martha. Yes, Moonbeam's friend Martha. Moonbeam from Philadelphia. And I was like, I feel like I'm having some sort of a fever dream because she's not really giving me what I want. Okay?
Yeah.
And she said, she said, yeah, this is Martha, Ken's brother. And I was like, Ken's sister, whatever, or Moonbeam Ken's friend, whatever. And I feel like the story's not really going the way I want it to, but
I'm invested.
It turns out I was talking to same name, wrong Martha.
Right.
Like same first and last name, wrong Martha.
Wait.
Huh.
This Martha I have no relationship with, but I had her number in my phone because I had taken her brother to the doctor one time.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
as things happen in small towns sometimes, I guess.
I would have talked to her for an hour thinking it was this, and like she knew somebody with the same name as my friend, and it was just she thought I was talking about somebody else. Anyway, so that happened. It was Ken, our friend Ken's sister, Martha. Yeah.
Well, I gotta know. I mean, did you find out, is the friend in India or not?
No, the friend's not in India.
Okay.
No. India, baby.
No, not in India. I misread that whole thing.
So I've never had that happen before, but I got a friend of mine, Robbie. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And he used to work at this really, really amazing Mexican restaurant. Had the best carnitas I've ever had in my life. And it was a weekend that was going to be like, I think that Saturday or Sunday was going to be Cinco de Mayo. So basically, people were going to be hitting that place up all weekend, going crazy. He was loathing it.
Yeah, it's about to be wide open in there.
Yeah. So kind of like in a way to I guess defer the dread. He told all of us that he was about to get on a plane, go on a vacation to the Graham Canyon. Not the Grand Canyon, but the Graham Canyon. And like throughout the entire weekend, he stuck to the bit. It was like in a group text message. He posted a picture of like a picture he found online of somebody getting on a plane, and like, you know, a picture of like somebody taking a photo from outside of the window, and then like, you know, he posted like some sand, you know, with some pictures of people in a sandy climate, and he's like, oh guys, take a look at this scorpion here at the Graham Canyon. Like he just stuck to it all weekend. And then like he landed the dismount, like he was like, all right guys, I'm coming back from the Graham Canyon, and like sent us another round of pictures of like people in planes and people taking photos out of planes. And to this day, you can ask him questions about going to the Graham Canyon and he will tell you stories.
Oh, like he's got them all. Oh, that's so good. Was it GRAM or GRAHAM? Like
GRAM.
Okay. He was posting them on his Instagram.
No, he was sending it via a group text with a bunch of us.
That's good.
That's funny. Good. No, like I seriously, like the way this was written to me this morning, it was like India, baby.
Yeah. That's gonna be my, like, anytime anyone has a question for me that I can't fully explain, that's what I'm gonna say. India, baby. That's
well, look, man. I said, "Are you in India?"
Yeah,
and I said, "India, baby, baby girl." And I was like, "Y'all, this is crazy." But anyway, turns out not in India. I just read too much into that.
I see.
It's like any time that I mess up, like I drop and I break something, I'm just like, well, that's just how they do it in Vegas, baby.
I have heard you say that before. I have actually. Brandon, what do you got a fancy glass there? What is this?
I do. It is a new Belgium brewing glass. And it is Mickey's inside of it.
Okay.
It's that little 1-2 combo. Gets you every time.
So where would you say that they drink Mickey's like that in a glass like that?
Solely in this apartment.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that how they do it in Vegas?
That is. Well, I mean, I'm not messing up. I'm
that's
just
true,
I'm
just
goofing a little bit.
Not a 21 Skidoo type of moment or whatever.
That glass makes that Mickey's look palatable.
Yeah, and I mean it's Mickey's, you know, it never did nobody no wrong, no how, but it's not the best.
But it usually is Mickey's with you. Yeah, I have a little. You know what I did? I went down to Trader Joe's, right, to the tea place, Y'all got a TJ's? Y'all don't have a TJ's.
No,
TJ Maxx.
we don't have one. We don't have a
it's Christmas time. I
grocery
got
store
myself
you've heard of.
What's that now?
So we don't have a grocery store that you've heard of.
Oh, okay,
This
gotcha.
is mom and pop town.
I see.
Yep.
I got myself a little winter wassail from TJ's and put a little.
Oh, heck yeah!
A little winter wassail. Is it alcoholic?
It wasn't when I got it, but it is now.
He changed it.
Yeah, I made my own. No, I put a little whiskey in
red wine to it.
It's good though. It's real good.
Is it?
I'll have to if I have time, if I remember, I'll bring like a little bottle of the wassail to the party.
Yeah.
So
bring it.
That should be a lot of
fun.
fun.
Christmas without wassail.
What's happening now?
I said it ain't Christmas without wassail.
That's true. That's true. You know, we're going caroling, we're going wassailing. It's gonna be
since you guys are sharing y'all's drinks.
This looks like water or something.
No, it started up here today.
Okay. Oh, that's one of those magic teas that you told us about.
But yesterday it was a loaded tea, and I finished it. And then I reused my cup this morning. So it's at the bottom, it was a little Alani drink mix.
Yeah.
Then some ice, and then some pink lemonade, sugar-free. And then I topped it with some of that good matcha.
And it was loaded and then you reloaded it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I reloaded it.
See, because we haven't actually talked about this on the show, but we have talked about it after the fact of the folks who sell the loaded teas in your area or something like that, and
we have a name for that.
Everyone is we do have a name for it, but and then everyone's like worried about Brandon that his heart's going to explode whenever he drinks them or something like that, and it's a whole issue. Like, it is the talk of the town whenever Brandon drinks the $12 tea or whatever it is.
Look, man, me and Brandon have a conversation about that tea shop at least once a week.
Yeah, it's usually whenever we're done recording the show.
Pretty much. And I mean, since we're not naming any names, and I'm sure there's more than one tea joint in this town, the one that my place of work will order from on occasion, kind of just like epitomizes like every business that does well in the rural South, in that they do everything wrong most of the time, and they make everything as inconvenient as possible, and yet somehow they still make money.
It's weird when you got to think people want to buy, they just show up for it. You know what I mean?
Guess so. I really, because like they refuse to post their menu online. Yeah. They deliver, but they refuse to print out menus to give people. So you just have to like hear rumors about what flavors that they have. Yeah. And I've like suggested a handful of times just like calling them and like giving them flavors that they don't have, just you know, so they can be like, oh wait, do we have this? There's no menu in here. Man just ordered a Frosty Bob. Do we make that?
Look, that's what you need to do, Brent. It seems like it's real easy to start a rumor out there. So
in the South, absolutely.
I mean, so I think you should just make up things that you got from there and see where it goes. You know what I mean? So many people like try to get it until they just like, I don't know what this would be, but I'm just going to make it now.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go with it.
Well, there's a rumor in Philadelphia now.
Oh, tell me about the rumor.
Oh, what's that?
I want to know.
That the Grindhouse is reopening.
Oh,
yeah.
And
that's the rumor. And
are the rumors true?
Well, look, we're not going to talk about it yet. That's not something that I'm going to drop right here. But I will tell you this: that Greg and Joey were at the Coliseum yesterday, were y'all talking to the DMV ladies? Those DMV ladies.
Oh, they talk. The DMV ladies talk. I'm telling you that right now.
It was the 4-H people, whoever it was.
Oh, they talk. Those 4-H people, they talk. I'm telling you that.
The rumor was around, and they were like, "Oh, the Grindhouse. We used to have to sneak to the Grindhouse because, you know, y'all's reputation."
Yeah.
Stealing trash cans.
I was going to say, so like there's a rumor going around, and then all of a sudden everybody's just like chaining down their trash cans. Is that what's happening now?
Look, everybody's losing their mind about it reopening. Yeah. And it's not even hit the papers yet.
Right.
Yeah, but it will.
Yeah, and then whenever the newsletter comes out.
Maybe. But I'll tell you this,
maybe.
my menu is going to be online, baby.
All right.
India, baby.
Better be.
Okay. I like that. Well, look, you're already moving one step in the right direction.
We're going to have a Frosty Bob on the menu.
Yeah, we need to have a Monday night dog food on the menu.
Look, I want you to. Here's what I want you to name your things. Right, I want you to name one a Demolition Man.
Yeah.
I want you to name some mixed nuts. I want you to name one a Big Trouble in Little China. If we mention a movie you haven't seen, we're making a drink.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, that's good. That's real good stuff, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all, and then we got Kayfabe Fest coming up real soon too, man. It's an exciting time.
Have you ever thought you'd be hitting Neshoba County up so often?
What's that?
Yeah, dude, just stay in town. I mean, it's only a month.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna be. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because I've never been there before, and I'm gonna be there in a little bit over a week from today.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna be there again like a month later.
Yeah, you're gonna get here and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is what I've been missing."
Is that what I'm gonna do? Is that what I'm gonna say?
You're like, they don't even have a grocery store I've heard of.
They don't have a grocery store I've heard of. There's some buffet that we don't know about, but that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, man, they sponsored Kayfabe.
Here's the deal: Kayfabe Fest is only one day, which is great because it's going to be a lot of fun to get in there and just get a whole bunch of like wrestling action going on, and then hit up Tootie's on the way out. That's my plan.
Absolutely, yeah.
I wonder if Tootie's is open on Sunday. That's the thing about. The thing about Neshoba County is a lot of businesses are closed on Sunday unless it's a Mexican restaurant.
A lot of businesses are just closed if it's inconvenient for them. Like like restaurants will close at 6 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, that's some small town.
Have y'all ever have either of y'all ever actually? No, I guess Moonbeam, you have. Brandon, have you ever been to a live wrestling show before?
No, I have not.
That's gonna be fun. Moonbeam, you've been to live wrestling before, haven't you?
I have. I've filmed some live wrestling.
You had an experience with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you didn't like the first time you saw one, you were working, you were filming.
I was working, yeah, and it was like no plan. Like I don't even know how it got pulled off.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but these guys are professional.
Yeah. No, we got Wildcat Sports and Entertainment coming out, putting on the card this time around. I'd like to have one of those guys on, at least one of them, before the show starts. So be looking forward to that, everybody. They're a lot of fun. They put on a good show. It's really good. I once went to a wrestling show where like it wasn't a Wildcat show. It's another show where they had a something on a pole match. So this is a thing that happens in wrestling sometimes, where there's a match where they like affix a pole to one of the corners of the ring, one of the turnbuckle, posts, and like there's something up there and you have to climb up there and get it. And probably the worst, like the most universally loathed match type ever amongst all wrestling fans. Like people are like, anytime there's like something on a pole, people just roll their eyes,
Yeah.
This one was a show that was close to Halloween, so they had two poles because you can't just have one, right? You got to have two. So there were ones on opposite ends there, and they both had like trick or treat bags, and each one had like a mystery prize in it. So it's like, and it had 4 wrestlers in there. So it was a wrestling match with that was going to have 2 winners, because that's a great way to take the wind out of like a victory on a wrestling show to get you excited. Oh, you got to have one person win and then another person wins a little bit later. And then they're fighting for something and they don't even know what it is. So like the crowd was super invested in that premise right there, right now. Like, could you imagine watching a movie and it's like everyone's trying to get something. They're frantically racing towards something and cutting each other off, and they don't even know what it is or even if it's valuable or not.
Yeah, I think that's Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Actually, mad world.
So, I've heard that described as indie-rific. Independent wrestling is sometimes a crazy thing. Yeah, the mad world. Was the original Cannonball
Rat Race.
Right? Yeah. A Rat Race. Yeah, that's right.
Rat Race was funny.
Oh, it was a funny movie.
Look, when that scene where Kathy Bates is selling the squirrels and she gives them the wrong directions. Did you see it, Brandon?
I have not. No.
Oh my God! So it's so funny.
I probably saw it like when it was new on VHS. So
yeah, Kathy Bates gives these two gals the wrong direction, and because she was like trying to sell them a squirrel, and they didn't buy a squirrel; they just wanted the directions.
Yeah.
So she gave them bad directions right off a cliff. But before they got there were those like Burma shave signs, and it was like, you should have bought a squirrel.
Oh, movie was funny. You're talking about movies, and because a while back we asked like, what is a Thanksgiving movie to you? And you said Love Actually.
Sure did. Watched it again.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
of course
it's
I
funny.
did.
I wanted to ask you because I recently was like doing some writing for trivia and needed to refresh myself on it. I ended up not going with that scene, but I went back and I rewatched that scene where Rowan Atkinson is like doing the gift wrapping, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, because he sells it so well.
So good.
Oh, and Alan Rickman's just getting like more and more frustrated with him as he just like keeps like just pouring like flour, like little bits of flowers and like breaking cinnamon sticks into this bag.
The holly.
Yeah.
He's just getting frustrated, like, dang it, I'm trying to cheat on my wife.
Yeah.
So bad. Yeah.
But it's good, y'all. It's good.
It is good.
Hey.
The endings of that film, like some of them are way happier than others. I've only seen it once, but I was not anticipating some of those endings just being outright bummers.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst. I think the worst is what's her face from Ozark.
Good old what's her face.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Laura Linney. Yeah, her character. I feel like she is the saddest of them all.
Is that the one where, like, you know, she's going on dates with a hunky boy, and as it turns out, she got a husband, but he's got donkey brains?
No. Her brother's like in a mental facility, and he calls all the time, so she can't be with the new love.
Oh, I thought that was her husband, and she was just like, well, he's gonna be in the loony bin for a while. I'm gonna go. Oh no,
homie, you need to rewatch that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because that movie hits you at all kinds of different loves, and that one's the, taking care of your family love trumping the new love.
Yeah,
It's like the scene. Like a lot of people will reference. It gets memeified a lot, but that scene with what's his name, Andrew Lincoln, who ended up being in Walking Dead.
Yes,
as Rick. They meme it where he shows up on the doorstep with the cue cards or whatever. But it's like she's sitting on the couch with her guy, and he shows up on the doorstep. It's like,
that's a bold MFer.
Yeah, right, I know. When you go back and watch it again, it's like, hey, that's wow.
That's
you
really did that. You want to let that go. I mean, if that's your friend, you need to just drop that. Let's move along without having to tell anybody.
I agree, man. Yeah, it's funny. After you're able to like view movies like that through a different lens, like so many years later, it's really interesting how they shake out.
Oh, yeah.
I do appreciate those critical reevaluations, though. Like, kind of, I'm sure that you two have seen this, or at least have come to this, come to your own conclusion on this. But Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire, kind of a piece of crap.
kind of
a piece of garbage.
I mean, really, when you go back and watch it, it's like, you know what, she should have divorced him earlier. Actually,
she freaking cops. Yeah. You know what's funny? When he calls, he says, when he's like, he gets her number and like changes it, and then he does all the calls, and he says he's in a band called Severe Tire Damage.
I don't ever remember that, but like I remember the scene, but I don't remember that line. That's good.
In a band, Severe Tire Damage.
So good.
I think another one, and for many reasons I won't be able to explain why, but Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's effed up. Yeah,
that's really messed up, and like people in the '80s, I guess, were just yucking it up, like
Here's the thing. We know Takashi from Revenge of the Nerds. Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've never actually had a conversation with him about that movie, but I really want to. There's a guy, if y'all are watching us on YouTube, Legal Eagle, if you haven't watched him already, but sometimes
Legal
he will
Eagle
break
is awesome.
down like movies and tell you about all the laws they're breaking in the movie. And it's like he watched Revenge of the Nerds for the first time ever, and the movie opens and he's like, okay, so there's attempted murder in the opening scene of this movie when they
And
throw a kid off a
bestiality.
balcony. Yeah. He's like, all right, so pretty much awful, starting out pretty awful.
Yeah.
And then voyeurism.
Oh my gosh, like so much, like just
A lot. And we're just rooting for those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild. What happens when you go back and watch things from your childhood all over again and realize, oh wow, this is the reason why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
But it's all good, man. Like I said, I'm ready to get out there, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I was saying earlier, like it always feels like there's a weird like time dilation because we record this thing on Thursday and then we drop it on Monday. But the easiest way to avoid that would be to sign up for our Patreon. Because I mean, you go over to patreon.com/the Humble Show, HUMBL3 show, and for just like $3 a month, you get all the episodes early. I try to drop them on Monday typically, so we record on Thursday. You're getting them just a few days later, so closer to when we actually record. And then there's a $6 tier where you can get your name in the credits, and I have some bonus video content I'm going to be dropping over there as well for in the $6 tier coming up soon too. Just a thank you for the folks who are on that $6 tier. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm doing some 3D printing things and some builds, and I got a road diary, a little bit of a road diary from the Preserve Halloween Fest. I'm going to throw up there as well. So should be a lot of fun. Y'all be sure to check that out. But check this out, y'all. I've got a little trivia game for us.
All right.
Y'all check this out. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have played this once before. It's called Garth Brooks and Dunn. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Oh boy, yes. It's why don't you explain the rules for the kids at home?
For the members of the Humbl3 Fam out there that don't know, this is a band title, musical artist name mashup round. And basically, I'm going to name 2 songs by 2 different artists, and they have to tell whoever calls out the band mashup name first, it will get a point. So, for instance, for the namesake of the band, if I said Calling Baton Rouge and Neon Moon, the answer would be Garth Brooks and Dunn, because that is Garth Brooks and Dunn. Garth Brooks and Dunn. So, let's give this a shot, shall we?
Yeah.
We're going to start with Corona and Safety Dance.
Minute work.
Oh. You're almost there.
Corona? Is that a new song?
Oh, no, it is not a new song.
Minutemen with hats.
Are they with hats?
Minutemen without hats.
Yes, Minutemen without hats. 1 point. Movement. Corona
I don't know Corona.
Yes, you do. It's the Jackass theme song.
No, you need to listen to Double Nickels on the Dime. That's one of the best albums ever.
Yeah, that guy died a very tragic death, and that's
let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we won't look it up on Wikipedia, but man, they had a lot.
I was just reading about Mike Watt prior to us going on live.
Wow, it's funny how that kind of stuff that comes around sometimes. Well, look, check it out.
Yeah.
Brandon has a point. We're gonna do another one here. Summertime Sadness and Hit the Road Jack.
Lana Del Rey, not Stevens. Ray Charles. Lana Del Rey Charles.
Lana Del Rey Charles, yes.
Yeah.
Ray Stevens was he
was
died
the
recently.
comedian. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a comedian named Ray Stevens too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the day the squirrel went berserk.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. There was Ray Stevens, or was it Ray Stevenson who played the Punisher?
Ray Stevens.
Ray Stevens played the Punisher as well?
Oh, no.
There was a different guy also named like Ray Stevens or Ray Stevenson. He died recently. He was in Rome and anyway. I digress. All right, 1-1 everybody. Hopelessly Devoted to You and Imagine.
Olivia Newton-John Lennon.
Correct.
Hey.
All right, Brandon has 1. Moonbeam has 2. Got some more here. See what we got. How about Disparate Youth and Superman.
Debbie Gibson, Three Doors Down.
No. You're great laughing back there. I think that song's called Kryptonite is what you're thinking of, Moonbeam.
Oh God, I don't know.
Disparate Youth and Superman.
Is Superman that song on the piano?
I can tell you right now it's not. I can't tell you much more about it, but I can tell you it's not that.
It's butt rock?
No.
I bet it is.
No, you're thinking of Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. That's not it.
It's not, but Electric Youth, that's Debbie Gibson.
No,
all day long.
Disparate.
Desperate Youth. I thought you said Electric Youth. I was like, man, that's
Rate. Disparate Youth.
Okay.
Brandon, it's not coming to Brandon either. All right.
No.
It is Santa Goldfinger.
Oh, that's a good one.
I knew like whenever I said it, it was gonna come to you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we've gone through all of them. Moonbeam, you're ahead, but maybe Brandon can tie it up here, and then I'll just come up with another one. Push and Stressed Out.
I know the first half.
Stressed Out.
What's the name of that band?
What is the name of that? That is the question.
My name is Blurry Facing. What's the name of that band? Lola May has one of their shirts.
Matchbox 21 Pilots.
That's it.
That is correct.
Matchbox 21 Pilots. Good job, Brandon.
What are we gonna do?
I never think of their name. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do a random one here. Hold on. Okay. I got to come up with one to break the tie now. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it.
We can do it.
How about Seether and What a Man?
Veruca Salt and Pepper.
Yes, that is correct.
Or Salt and Pepper.
That was
nice.
That was a weird one that I just came up with on the fly. Moonbeam taking the game. Nicely done. I don't even know. I think Brandon, you probably did win last time we did this game, huh?
Yeah, I think you did.
Possibly.
So now y'all are like 1-1 on that.
Yeah, right on.
It'll come back around. Don't y'all worry. It will come back
I think
around.
it will.
Just like the show's going to come back around too, y'all. We're going to be back here next week as well. What are we missing, y'all? What are we missing? We had a lot of good fun today.
Oh man, my story went on for 10 years.
I liked it. It was good. I like how you just had a whole conversation with someone that you didn't actually know.
It just went on for forever, and I was just like, "This just don't feel right."
Yeah,
I like how your gut knew.
Yeah,
your gut knew what your brain
voices all wrong.
Together.
But yeah, she was like, "I've got the flu," and I was like, "Man, she sounds terrible."
Moonbeam was like, "You sound like you're moving different." And
Zaza got me acting funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, I felt like a crazy person today.
Look, we all have those days. That's just a very relatable experience. Well, look, everybody, hey, check it out. Do this for me. Do me a favor, everybody. Look, Humbl3 Fam out there, do me a real big favor. Hit the subscribe button, okay? Hit the subscribe button. Drop a like and a comment. Leave us a review. We're growing the Humbl3 Fam, everybody. We had a lot of really good. I would say this before we go, Brandon. So like we said, we recorded that last episode before the one before it had even dropped. So we hadn't gotten the actual response from it yet. And that episode I'm talking about specifically is episode 27, The Humble Show Ruins Christmas, where we talked about all those Christmas songs we didn't like. And I clipped out a short excerpt. Brandon talking about his least favorite song, Christmas song, which I agree, it's a terrible song.
It's real bad.
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. I clipped that out and I made it a YouTube short. And again, if you're listening on your favorite pod player, be sure to go over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, just because we do put some fun clips up there. And if you're just watching this on YouTube, y'all, we got a lot of fun, a lot of really good videos on our YouTube channel. Y'all check it out. But there were people who got so butthurt over Brandon's analysis of his correct analysis of Wonderful Christmas Time. Like, I could not imagine being that upset about Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. Like, Brandon was just like, I just don't care for it. And these people acted like you stabbed their dog.
Dude, I could have been like,
the comments.
Yeah.
I could have been like, man, grandma got run over by a reindeer. Not my favorite. I don't much care for it. And there would have been somebody like posting like a full back tattoo of grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Like, this is my life.
They've got it in that script that people like to get Bible verses tattooed on them and, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then I did another one too from the episode before that. I clipped it out and put it up there as well of Brendan talking about how, he's just tired of the whole Die Hard as a Christmas movie conversation, the narrative there. And
every time we have pizza.
Got mad about that too. Yeah, the pineapple on pizza. Yeah, whatever. People got mad about that too. I was like, I was like, geez, y'all. Like,
people really think they're saying, they smile. People think that they're saying something whenever they're like, oh, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Yeah, like it's been the same crap for a decade now. People, I don't know. It is one of my least favorite things. People saying that.
It's our resident pot stirrer here on the Humble Show for sure, everybody.
And it's so effortless.
And look, y'all, hey, check it out. Brandon's going to be back here stirring the pot again next week as well. So again, make sure you hit subscribe so you do not miss our episode next week. When we come back, we will see you all then. But until then, stay humble.